is the work of the last 24 years of wonderful teams that have built and put together a very strong airline with a very strong product that is clearly a leader in the region, not just in size, but also in quality and service.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by Air Astana CFO Gonçalo Pires. Gonçalo, very good to meet you. For investors who may be new to Air Astana, what makes the airline stand out and why has it become the leading carrier in Central Asia?
Thank you, Stephen. Pleasure to be with you. What makes the Air Astana the leader in the region? It's the work of the last 24 years of wonderful teams that have built and put together a very strong airline with a very strong product that is clearly a leader in the region, not just in size, but also in quality and service. But I think what distinguishes the prospects of a company like Air Astana, not just for the airlines in the region, but also for the airlines in the world, is the size of our opportunity. We live surrounded by 50% of the world's population. In aviation, geography and location is key. And we believe that we can build over the next few years an even stronger product based on a very strong hub in Almaty and in Kazakhstan to deliver even more growth, invest in more aircraft, and be able to connect more passengers through the region and connect Central Asia to the world.
I see you're on with your first half results early next month, but looking at the March quarter, you delivered another strong set of results despite ongoing supply chain issues affecting the aviation industry. What's been driving that performance?
Well, the results and focusing on the results we delivered on first quarter showed a very strong pricing power of the company and a very strong agility and resilience of the company also to be able to adapt to the disruptions that happened at the end of February, beginning of March, change of routes, and be able to capture this new normal, which is the disruptions in the Middle East favoring flows from the Southeast Asia into Europe and Central Asia that we will be able to capture. But that doesn't mean that we do not have our challenges. And, aviation is an industry that usually has to endure a number of challenges, some of them internal, some of them external, and not just the geopolitical disruptions, but also the ability for us to grow and to be able to fly more aircraft, given the Pratt & Whitney problem. Those are the challenges that we lived in the first quarter and that we will continue to manage into the year.
Fleet expansion has been a major part of your growth story. How's adding more aircraft translating into higher revenues and stronger profitability?
Well, in aviation, scale is key. Being able to grow, being able to deploy more capacity, it's a key driver for margins and profitability. We have identified in our results in the first quarter precisely that we need to solve our PW issue to be able to deploy more capacity and be able to dilute our costs. And that's our management focus for the remaining of the year and into 27. However, planning for the future means planning for investments in aircraft that can give the opportunity to the company to seize the market that we believe we have the right to win.
Gonçalo, you're continuing to expand your international network while also growing your low-cost carrier Fly Aristan. How do these two businesses work together to drive long-term growth?
Well, the design of these two businesses, the design of the two businesses within the Air Astana Group was intentional to be able to tackle a market which is still immature in aviation. Central Asia is the fastest growing market of aviation in the world, which means that the propensity to travel in the what we consider our own markets is still very low. The low-cost brand gives us the ability to tap those markets with entry-level prices that give the opportunity for people that would not be able to fly to fly at a lower price and for us to be made able to deploy those markets at a lower cost. And so Flight Astana for us is a market developer that can then drive more volume into the flag carrier, which it's the key element of our international business and our hub development is through Almaty, which is at Astana.
Looking ahead, Gonçalo, what's the key priorities and milestones investors should be watching over the next 12 months?
Well, we said in the first quarter results that we would be focusing on cost. I think it's a key theme for aviation recently, given the disruptions and the increased oil price. We need to do the same, and for that, the key element is not just the headline cost, but also the ability for us to generate more SKs, more capacity, to dilute our fixed costs. And for that goes to our second priority, which is managing the Pratt & Whitney issue, for which we are in negotiations to be able to solve as quickly as possible.
Well, Gonçalo, I hope you'll continue to keep us updated with your progress. Thank you very much for taking the time today.
Thank you, and thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, Stephen.
Air Astana Chief Financial Officer Gonçalo Pires.